Hey y'all, welcome into this edition of Off the Front Porch, our weekly podcast exploring the Southern experience. My name is Tony Ballman, and thanks for tagging along on my travels down the back roads and along the ribbonous highways of the American South. And on these adventures, we stop to meet fascinating folks, explore places of great history and beauty, and immerse ourselves in events that tell us every time just how wonderful it is to be uniquely Southern. And today we visit the capital city of South Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina, and we find ourselves with a case of the blues, and we are very happy about that. South Carolina is home to a wide variety of musical styles, but a newly minted organization headquartered here in the Midlands is embracing the mission to celebrate the history and timeless nature of Carolina blues, from the Piedmont blues traditions that are nearly as old as the state itself to more contemporary interpretations. The Carolina Blues Preservation Society is dedicated to working, according to its website, at the intersection of preservation, education, and live performance. So today on Off the Front Porch, we open up our ears and our hearts to learn more about an effort to celebrate and preserve this essential element of our cultural identity here in the Carolinas. My guest today is the president of the Carolina Blues Preservation Society, a man who, like Madonna and Cher, needs only one name, my friend Caesar. How are you doing tonight, my friend?
I am doing wonderful, truly blessed.
Well, we have bounced across the river from where we were Saturday night. Saturday night, we were in a beautiful spot over in CAYCE, South Carolina, which is going to be the official home of the Carolina Blues Preservation Society.
It is the headquarters.
It is the Carolina Arts Cafe and Studio down on State Street in CAYCE, and tonight we are here at a place called Grow in the heart of the capital city, where on the second and fourth Tuesdays of the month you lead a blues jam here at this, I would say, intimate room here in the heart of Columbia.
Yeah, it's actually a blues workshop jam, and we call it that, a blues shop workshop jam, because you've got amateurs playing with professionals. You've got people who first time playing with a live band, playing on stage for the first time to an audience, and it's all the educational part of it, because that's the way to preserve it, is come in and swim with
the fish.
The deep water.
That's right. And when anybody that's on stage with Caesar is swimming in the deep water. I will say that, my friend.
I don't know about that. We just have a good time and let it flow. Man.
Well, you do let it flow, and I will say this: anybody that missed the first Woodshed sessions on last Saturday night at the Carolina Arts Cafe and Studio, they missed something that was spiritual, historic, and in every way magical as far as I'm concerned. Paint the picture for folks who did not make it for what happened last Saturday night.
Well, it's called the Woodshed Sessions, which is, if you know anything about the woodshed, we served many purposes.
Yeah.
One, discipline. Two, where you work things out. And for musicians, that was where you went and worked on your craft.
It was, in the earliest days of, it goes all the way back, you'd go to the woodshed and you would practice your art.
Yes.
And you'd get out there with you and your instrument, whatever your chosen instrument was, and you'd just work it out.
Yeah, woodshed. It worked hand in hand.
What a brilliant idea to call this series the Woodshed Sessions. Was that deliberately? Was that something you came up with deliberately, just to kind of paint this picture of this is an evolving art form, and it's been evolving for, centuries, but it continues to evolve and continues to grow and continues to be a place for people to work their craft.
And what it takes to continue it is you got to take it to the woodshed.
Yeah.
To keep it going. It's like any other thing. Learning new courses, learning new things, and figuring out what was done before and what can I enhance on it but not take away from it. That's the biggest mistake that people make, is to want to take something, make it totally something else.
Right.
And still trying to say, oh, I'm preserving the blues. If I don't hear that, to me, that's not the blues. It's grunge, heavy metal or whatever you want to call it, as confusion.
But the heart of all music, and I think you made this point Saturday night, and I fully agree with you, the heart of most of American music rests in the blues.
Yes, it's the foundation. It is the foundation for all of it. Because you look at all your guys from the Rolling Stones, Eric Clapton, all those great guys with Muddy Waters and all those guys was in Europe. That's who all influenced them, because they were all blues players before they became rock players.
Yeah.
And a lot of the rock music are blues progressions.
Yes. I mean, Robert Johnson, Eric Clapton claims Robert Johnson as the principal influence on his growth.
Yes. A lot of them, everybody. That's why he's considered the founding father.
Yeah.
Of it.
Well, and this organization, and we'll go back to the Woodshed session, last Saturday night, this was an opportunity for folks to see what is quite possibly the final performance of a true legend in South Carolina blues.
Our treasure, great treasure, and the treasure shined.
He did. Drink Small. Anybody that's been around blues for any amount of time in South Carolina knows that name. He is known as the Blues Doctor. And I will tell you this, I'll be completely authentic with you. When Drink pulled up in front of that building, and I saw him laying back in that chair, I was worried. I'll just be completely authentic. That I was like, oh man, this is going to get ugly. I mean, I'm just being honest with you, Caesar. I was worried. I was concerned. I felt for the man because I know how I've seen Drink Small at his prime. And I was like, oh, this is going to be a sad night. I could not have been farther from wrong. I will admit that, because we got that man up on stage and he had that crowd, a full house at this cafe, eating out of his hands.
Yep, and then we took a break. He still kept on playing.
I know. I mean, you put that guitar in his hand and something absolutely miraculous happened.
The switch got turned on.
Why Drink Small for the very first Woodshed sessions?
Well, I thought it was great because it's Carolina blues preservation.
Mm-hmm.
He is a true treasure, icon, legend.
Mm-hmm.
Carolina's been here for years. So why not start it off with the main man?
Yeah.
Here, that's done it. And we're launching the whole project together. It just fit. I think it was a godsend that it all flowed together.
I do. And you said something that I thought was particularly poignant. You said go ahead, and you know exactly what the phrase that I'm picking out of the sky. What did you say about that night? You wanted to give this man...
I want to give this man his flowers while he could smell them. And give him a chance to tell his story. Not what nobody wrote about him or what was said about him. He got to tell it the way he wanted to tell it. And what came out.
There ain't no question about that. I mean,
it was his story.
This was. I would say, if you want to talk about authentic, you got some serious authentic Drink Small.
And everybody that has known him, that was him.
Yeah.
That knew his music. That he was a dirty old man.
But the thing is, the crowd loved it because
it was him.
It was him, and that light that I saw in him. When that guitar got in his hand and he started playing, and then the bassist, what was his name?
Todd Edmond.
Todd jumped in, he started playing bass first, and then you hopped behind that drum, and it was on. There is no question.
Yep, he was there. He was back in his element.
That was a beautiful, beautiful thing, and it started off with a Q&A. You sat there next to Drink Small. He was in a wheelchair. You were sitting in a chair, and I don't know how soon into that interview you started crying, but I could tell that meant a lot to you to be there at that moment with that man in that space and having that conversation.
Yes, it was definitely a space and time because it brought back a lot of memories of my grandfather, who was the founding father and pioneer of Cajun Zydeco music. So it was like a repeat and I actually saw my grandfather sitting there in him smiling and saying, yes. So, and it was touching. Drink and I have had that same relationship, and I was trying not to, but the heart took over.
Man, ain't nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, that I would have worried if you had not been in, because I'm standing over there filming this thing, and I'm wiping tears from my eyes as well. That was a big emotional moment, and for me, that made the word that I was looking for, and the word that I was looking for all night long, it was authentic. That was an authentic evening.
Yeah, wasn't nothing fake there, man.
Not a thing. All right, so talk to me a little bit, before we get into the Blues Preservation Society, talk to me a little bit about your history. I mean, you mentioned Cajun Zydeco music. You are not from around these parts, are you?
No, but I've been here a long time.
Caesar's been here a long time, but tell us a little bit about Caesar.
Well, Caesar comes from a little small town, originally in Louisiana, called Mamou, Louisiana.
Yeah?
Which is home of the original Mardi Gras.
Okay.
And my grandfather, Boisec Ardouin, was the pioneer and founding father of Cajun Creole Zydeco music.
Yeah.
Him and his partner, Ken Fontenot, fiddle player.
Yeah.
So, and then I was the family drummer and played with the family band, and all that good stuff. So, in all the travels and all that, I got to meet a lot of the blues players, the Zydeco players, the jazz players, because we played a lot of festivals.
Yeah.
So, therefore, being the inquisitive kid that I was, of course, I was drinking them all up.
Uh-huh. Studying at the elbow of the masters.
So, and that's what framed it.
That was amazing. All right, so what brought this boy from Louisiana to South Carolina?
The music. And I think, I know that God puts you where you're supposed to be, even though you don't know it. And I felt that was it at the time. It was like, okay, here, you got work, you're doing studio sessions, you're in demand and all that, but I was just doing the music thing, not knowing that like I know now. You get gifts and you get talents. A talent can take you up, but when you're given a gift, your gift a lot of times is not your talent.
Yeah.
So I feel my gift was bringing people together, history together, the music together. And here at Grove, what we do here, we have such a diverse audience. Young, old, black, white, rich, poor, professionals, non-professionals. Here.
Music is the great unifier, and we need that more in this day than maybe we've ever needed it since the 1960s. We need something that is a unifying force for us as humanity, and music has always had that power.
Yeah, that's why during the Great Depression, when the blues and the jazz broke out, that's what got us through. The Depressions was all those speakeasy clubs that had your Louis Jordans and your Camp Callaways and all these guys playing at these speakeasy. The music brought them together, the Cotton Clubs, the Boom Boom Room, the Copacabana, all that. That's what brought everybody together, to music.
Yeah, and it was a great unifying force. Well, and again, I will say that when Caesar takes the stage, that's a unifying force too, because how do you do it? I mean, and I'm going to tell secrets, if I might. Okay.
Okay.
We're going to pull back the curtain just a little bit. All right. Caesar was on stage for at least 2 hours on Saturday night, giving 100%, playing, moving that feet like you do. If anybody's ever seen the video of Caesar in concert, he knows this guy has got the moves. Up there playing, up there singing, up there drumming, up there dancing. And then the lights go down. And you spend another 2.5 hours dancing. Where do you get that energy? I mean, the after party was as epic as the event. I mean, it really was. I am sorry if I'm telling tales, but how do you do it?
I don't know, it's just in me. It's that thing that comes in me. Here it is.
Do you love it that much? Do you love performing that much?
Yeah, I just love what I do. And a lot of it's not pre-planned. It's just, God, here it is. You bless me with this to make people joyous. Let it do its thing, and it comes out. And when it does, and I love it, or I'm glutton for punishment.
Well, I must say, you must love it, because what you did and what you do, every time I've ever seen you, I have never left a Caesar event that I did not feel better than I did walking in there.
That's why Caesar is an experience.
Well, and I'll say that. And now we've got this electrifying force at the helm of the Carolina Blues Preservation Society. Paint a picture for how this concept started germinating in your head.
Actually, it's been a 4-year plan for me. Because I noticed that our blues scene had disappeared. And it was like, wait a minute, all of the blues artists, all of us have to play away from home, to make a living or to play our craft, when it wasn't embraced at home. That, it mixed. It's like, well, wait a minute, are we just being taken for granted? That when we do something, then our home claims us. But no, I want to flip the script where the home will support us, and then we all will come to light. Once you create a landmark, when they think of the Carolina Blues, they'll think of this Preservation Society.
That's ambitious, though, because all over the country there are preservation societies, and there are organizations that are about this blues, whatever, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That's no small undertaking to start a nonprofit.
Yeah, and this is a banner to put all of those organizations together in a network. So that way, because if you say you're supporting and preserving the music, then we need to all do it, and not just be this clique, that clique, this clique. If you are true about it, then let's link up. That's why it's called Carolina Preservation Society.
Right. But there's a bigger image, and I want to take people into this a little bit, because you're not alone in this. You have some incredible firebrands along your side.
Yes.
Your vice president is an extremely... she's like the Energizer Bunny, like you are. I mean, when I'm standing next to Caesar, and then I'm standing next to Dr. Jenna Mae Taylor, who is your vice president. She's a professor at the University of South Carolina. She is an entrepreneur and a recognized artist. I get that same vibe. I mean, it is almost like this star is hitting this star and creating a supernova.
That's a godsend. That's a godsend. And I'm glad to explode.
Yeah. Well, you do have a good team around you.
Yes,
Talk briefly about the vision that has been cast for out of her little shop there on State Street in CAYCE, South Carolina. There's a fairly sizable vision being cast.
Yes, the ultimate vision is and it's going to happen, is to create a blues music educational center.
Okay.
Or campus. And that's the thing where it would be, it would have recording studio, rehearsal halls. It's going to have a restaurant. And in the area, they have apartments and a club. So when the artists that come to perform, everything is in-house. They can stay there. So it's all in-house. And we have 2 church front.
It's going to look like it's going to look like in front of a church out here. Well, that's appropriate enough.
Each end, and in the middle will be all the different studios and stuff. So they'll learn all the legal stuff, how to copyright, how to stage presence, all the different workshops and the different instruments.
This is going to be, this is not just people getting together and enjoying the music and enjoying the blues. This is really going to be an incubator for growing appreciation for the blues and growing future artists who appreciate the blues.
Yes, and the whole thing with the studio and the rehearsal rooms also, it's going to be free for them.
It's going to be amazing. Now, I cannot wait to see that vision, and I am privileged that I have been able to get in on the front end of this, and I'm going to help out just a little bit as much as I can. We are here in this spot, Grow, here in the heart of of Columbia. And we have musicians literally from all over the Midlands that are walking into this spot right now. You got the Reverend Marv Ward standing right over there. I mean, this is a guy he's a blues road warrior from years and years and years.
I played on his first CD.
Did you really? So you've known this guy for a while, huh? but so what it is, events like this, and this is a small room. I've been estimating there's probably about 50 people that can sit in here in this room, and yet there was probably close to 100 over at that other place. And then the vision for the big center there in Columbia, that's going to be several hundred seats.
Yes.
You think there's that much appreciation for the blues in South Carolina?
Well, we saw it Saturday, and that was the start, and it's spreading.
Yeah.
And of course, you got your haters, but we need haters because that's what drives us.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, well, you're going to lose this. I don't look at as those L losers. I look at them as learned lessons.
Yeah. Every
loss is a lesson.
Ooh, that sounds like such a blues philosophy.
Well, that's my life. Every loss is a lesson. I ain't gonna do that number, but I need to make it work.
Now, you said something on stage that I thought was rather profound on Saturday night. One thing you said was you can't play the blues in an air-conditioned room, which I thought was pretty solid. But you also made a comparison to blues and rock and roll that I hope you'll share with our listeners.
I said, blues ain't nothing but a good man feeling bad about a woman, that is. Just like rock and roll ain't nothing but a bad man feeling good about any damn thing.
That's pretty profound, Caesar, I gotta say. I mean, that's and maybe that's why so many rock and rollers appreciate the blues, because they felt bad about a woman or 3 or 4 or 100. Yeah.
That's why they sound so intense and angry when they're singing it. Like, hey, I ain't mad at you. Let it out. You gotta express it, so that's how you do it.
Yeah, just I mean, you've played Cajun, you played Zydeco and that type of music. Have you ever been tempted, because you're immensely talented? I mean, you could switch genres in a heartbeat. Have you ever been tempted to just, I don't want to play the blues anymore. I'm not getting enough people in the seats. I'm not getting enough people in front of me hearing it.
Well, for me, it doesn't matter if it's 3,000 or 3. I'm because it's me. It's in the moment. I can't get away from it. Even if I'm out there on my tractor, something happens and I'm singing the blues.
All right, I'm glad you brought that up, because, I mean, I've seen you on stage. I've seen you looking fine. I've seen you moving around on that stage. I've seen you with audiences, in the palm of your hand. I've seen women who are sitting there just sweating and panting because Caesar is on stage. I had no idea Caesar was a farmer until Saturday night. And when you started talking about having your little spread down there in Orangeburg County, and I'm like, what? My buddy Caesar is a farmer?
I'm a country boy, all the way from Louisiana, baby.
So that's got to be something else, man. Do you ever get out there on the tractor and play your harp?
Oh, yeah, especially to my donkey, Pancake.
What's that now?
My pet donkey. I have a donkey. His name is Pancake.
And you play the...
Yeah, I'll get out there and play, and he'll do, and we'll do it. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to have to get down there with my camera one day with them. Yeah. We got to capture that.
Pancake is famous. Everybody loves Pancake.
I have never met Pancake or even seen Pancake, and we've been friends for a good time.
And when you meet him, yeah, Pancake fits right in there.
Pancake. All right, so we got Pancake, we got the blues.
He's a blues story by himself.
Oh, man, you ever written a song about Pancake?
No.
Have you now? Well, it was interesting because right after Drank did his thing on Saturday night, you guys got up on stage and y'all were tapping a little jazz out there. I mean, y'all did a couple of little jazz numbers.
It just showed you how the blues is influenced and all the different styles.
Man, I tell you, and now this is just getting started. We just got a few more minutes, but but it's just getting started. I've got the calendar all ready for the upcoming woodshed sessions. So it's basically going to be once a month.
Yes.
Next one's going to be in August, though.
Yes.
And then it's going to be August, September, October, November, and then holiday show. All right, come on now.
Oh yeah.
But this is going to be a happening. This is going to be the hottest ticket in town. I have a feeling it's going to be the hottest ticket in town.
It's growing.
Well, I am so very happy to be visiting with you today. I appreciate the fact that you've come out. How can folks get involved in the Carolina Blues Preservation Society?
Go to the website. All the information will be there of how to join, the different memberships and things and all that.
So the memberships, so we're getting started with memberships, so folks can be very supportive of this and make sure that.
And there's a lot of great perks to the membership.
Oh. All right, now, so you're going to have membership and you're going to have perks to it. And I'll say this. Man's a friend of mine, okay? But, fellas, let me just say this. Perks of hanging out with Caesar is you get all of those beautiful women hanging out with you, too. So, I went home Saturday night. I got home at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm going, all right, Bowman, you can't handle that anymore. You cannot be around Caesar because you get home. I had to go to confession first thing Saturday morning.
The Confession Blues.
The Confession Blues. All right, well, do check it out. It is the Carolina Blues Preservation Society. The next Woodshed Sessions is going to be in August. I don't have the date in front of me, but it's going to be, tickets are going to be hot. I promise you they're going to be the hardest thing in the world to get. Once this thing gets started, so make sure you get the tickets every second and fourth Thursday here at Grow, right here on Elmwood Drive in downtown Columbia. You can come out here and see some authentic blues in a very intimate space, and you can get to hang out with my friend Caesar and his band of brothers. Man, Caesar and friends right here. And I am so proud to count myself among those friends, my friend.
Yes, indeed. I love you, brother.
All right, check it out. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, on Instagram, and also check out the video version of this conversation on our YouTube channel. Meanwhile, I got to go get me a case of the blues here, and I'll see you next time on Off the Front Porch.